The SDGs, the Agenda 2030, remains in place as a global framework that rallies, that at least when you're working in global science policy, is your kind of go-to framework for chasing impact. Let me not talk about the impact it's had on science, but just say it has increased the mandate for science, the recognition that science has to be part of not only developing these kinds of global frameworks, but also achieving their implementation, but that it can't do that on its own. It's not the silver bullet, but it has a position and a place. And you will see all sorts of new structures since 2016 that have been put in place, particularly within the UN system, where we as scientists can speak and participate, advise, etc. The response from the global scientific community has been across the board. So in terms of research strategies, research performance, you see individual institutions from all over the world, universities, academies, talking about the SDGs and their strategies. It's a cornerstone. We are ranking our universities and institutions according to how we do on meeting the SDGs. It's a new impact ranking. When it comes to research approaches, in other words, how do we amplify our impact as research communities, we've looked at, probably the most prominent approach has been this huge emphasis on transdisciplinary research, where academics and non-academics engage as knowledge partners in solving particular global challenges. When it comes to bigger research policy frameworks, we've seen the emergence in the last 10 years of the open science paradigm, also about science for the future, future of science, right? Sharing, collaborating, and don't forget one of the SDGs, SDG 17, is all about partnerships. In terms of research support, we've seen the global funding community rallying around the SDGs because it's a universal agenda or posed as a universal agenda, which gives us a common purpose. Funders have been able to collaborate with each other in jointly funding SDG-related research in ways that we've never seen in the past, where they're actually putting money together into common pools and you know, at a global level, initiating funding instruments for SDG sustainability science. We've seen the science diplomacy and science advisory community rallying around this. Different story. And I can talk from experience at the global level, the International Science Council, one of the things that has always come up in discussions about impact is, oh, but scientists can't communicate. So we've had workshops, trainings, discussions about the importance of really understanding how we communicate our science. And all of this has led to, across the globe, nationally, regionally, globally, you've seen new networks, new initiatives, new communities of practice emerging in all these fields. Transdisciplinary alliance, community of practice around communicating basic science, etc., etc. So the question we have to ask ourselves, we've done a lot. How have we progressed? And we all know that we're not making progress on meeting the Sustainable Development Goals. We're in serious crisis. The time of optimism is gone. The latest Global Sustainable Development Report, which is prepared annually by a group of international scientists appointed by the Secretary General, their last report is called Times of Crisis, Times of Change.